We have new information for you tonight regarding Rocky Flats. Last year, we learned of a grassroots health survey questioning people who lived around that former nuclear weapons plant. The group behind the survey wanted to see if there are clusters of sick people from when the plant was operating, and even now, as more people move into the area. CBS 4's Jeff Todd first told us about that study when it began. Jeff, you followed up, so what's going on now?
Jim, well, the state consistently releases reports like this one that say there's no higher rate of cancer around Rocky Flats than anywhere else in Colorado. Well, a couple of professors and some community members say the state isn't studying this correctly. They did their own survey and released some concerning findings about a year ago. Well, now they're following up to see just how big of a problem this is or was and what can be done to fix it.
There were many cancers that are not rare that were reported, but there were also many rare cancers that were reported, and so that's what we wanted to follow up on.
This is what the second phase of the Rocky Flats Downwinders Health Study looks like.
I think it's very important to capture people's stories, simply because so many people feel like they have not been listened to and like their suffering has been invisible and ignored.
Like Barb Moore and her son Joe.
My son was born in December 1975. He had a tumor around his aorta artery the size of a grapefruit.
That was just the start. Barb says she stopped counting Joe's ailments when he reached 24 different diseases.
Giantism acromegaly, multiple endocrine neoplasia, hypercalcemia, hypoparathyroidism. There was a time I just wanted to be healthy, I just wanted to be normal.
They blame it all on plutonium that flew off the Rocky Flats plant.
I had a wonderful neighbor across the street, organic farmer, suffered 17 different kinds of cancer. She fed me through my pregnancy. I ate from her vegetable garden.
Barb believes she and other folks who lived in Leiden aren't alone. Paula and Susan grew up in Arvada.
A lot of our friends are dead now. The ones I went to school with that lived out here.
Susan also had problems with pregnancy. Her first child only lived a few days.
She was born with parts of her brain missing, and the doctors from California called me and told me that. And they asked me where I spent my first trimester, and I said I was swimming in Leiden Lake.
The state health department has studied Rocky Flats for decades and determined plutonium did leave the campus and expose the public, but that exposure has not increased cancer rates. Well, this community study has shown rare cancers are concentrated around the site.
The people that were here during the 1969 fire, during the 1957 fire, were the ones with the latency periods that need to be watched and to be vigilant.
We simply don't know a lot about what the outcomes of exposure to plutonium and certain kinds of uranium are.
But as more people move closer to the site, some believe this study is starting at a perfect time to track people and if health issues arise in the future.
I see this as kind of a second era of the need for awareness and public transparency.
Again, the state health department says that it is safe to be out in this area, even for future trail use, which is expected in a year. The Rocky Flats Downwinders told us that they're going to call on the state to expand these cancer studies to include things like thyroid cancer. We're live in Jefferson County. Jeff Todd, CBS 4 News.
Jeff, very interesting. For a look at all of our reporting on Rocky Flats, be sure to visit our special section at cbsdenver.com.